On the day that George Washington was born, 2K Sports brings you the best in NBA coverage. In this game, we'll see the Los Angeles Lakers going up against the Phoenix Suns here at their home, Talking Stick Resort Arena. Along with Greg Anthony, Brett Perry, and our sideline reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. A chance to check out Los Angeles' upcoming schedule. On Wednesday, they'll be taking on Klay Thompson and the Golden State Warriors. And then on Friday, they'll be facing Hassan Whiteside and the Toronto Raptors.
And for that game against the Timberwolves, even though they should get the win, I would expect it to be a bit of a battle. Just because they are favored doesn't mean it's an automatic W.
And with pregame routines coming to an end, we're just about ready for our tip-off. First, though, let's get a report from the sideline and say hello to David Aldridge.
Guys, we all thought it would happen. Shea is officially in the slam dunk contest at All-Star Weekend. We saw the social media campaign. Fans begged for him to be included. Shea told me he's going to watch tape of all the previous competitors and blend their styles together. We're all excited to see what he comes up with, guys.
Shea doing the research. Great report, Dave.
Oh, if he's combing over the dunk contest, Dave, I'm really curious to see what he pulls from. There's so many great moves in this event's history.
Now let's check out our starters for the Los Angeles Lakers. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. And it's Caruso in at shooting guard. And for Phoenix, Rubio and Booker. They're the backcourt. Kelly Oubre out there with Jackson. And it's Kaminsky in at the 5 down low.
And Devin Booker, where would the Suns' offense be without him?
Probably bottom of the league if no Devin Booker slides on that Suns jersey. One of the purest shooters in the league and one of the most phenomenal young scorers that's come along maybe since Kevin Durant.
It'll be Los Angeles off the tip. Goes back up. Up and in on the layup.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
Now, here's Rubio. Jackson looking it over. Oubre, no one around him. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
Good touch there. Oubre outside the three-point arc and knocks one down.
Here's Caruso. And it falls over the rim and in. Here's Booker. He had 31 points in the win against the Warriors in San Francisco. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. The dish to Kaminsky. And Booker kicks to Rubio. 4 on the shot clock. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. Floats it up for Davis. Got a piece of it to the middle. Rebounded by Kaminsky.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
Pass to Booker. Here's Kaminsky. Here's Rubio. LeBron with the block.
LeBron using his length that time perfectly. When he's in the area, you can't throw up anything lazy.
Halfway through the season here, Brent, how do coaching staffs shake things up and keep things fresh over the long 82-game season?
I think coaches who are really smart, Kevin, can be a bit programmable where they're looking ahead at the schedule and saying there are blocks of games here in which we might try to change some of our defensive schemes, maybe over this 10-game stretch or 5-game stretch. Or
to keep things fresh, or
yeah, because you can only do it on the mental side. As much as we talked about guys getting rested and sitting out games for maintenance issues and load management and those kind of things, the tweaks that you can make on the floor in terms of a couple of new sets on offense or defensively, let's make this challenge for the next few months, will grow the foundation of what coaching staffs are capable of doing with that team as they go on.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Now here's Kaminsky. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. No good from Booker. Los Angeles leading by 5. And that one's good. Caruso's got his second basket of the night.
Working his way for a high percentage look. That's just smart basketball.
And that's a painted possession right there, a masterpiece, especially when the defense is not a factor.
Davis against Jackson. Booker outside. Looking to end the run. That's in. He found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Well, the mindset of Booker there, pretty solid. He feels like he can make just about any shot, especially the deep triple.
That one goes. Count it.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
Yeah, they're like a 4-day-old soda right now, just flat, Greg. They're missing shots left and right.
And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. Maker passes to Rubio. And the foul called on Markieff Morris. That's his first foul. And Phoenix making a change here. Kaminsky's checked in, and the Lakers also making a change. Jeffries is checked in. Johnson dishes to Bridges. Rubio outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That shot off the mark. Los Angeles leading by 13. They've got Ricky Rubio. Johnson is out there with Bridges. Then it's Kaminsky, and it's Okobo in at the 2-guard. That's who's out there for Phoenix. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. And Rubio kicks to Bridges. The pass to Kaminsky. Now here's Rubio. Fader on the way, and Davis pulls it down.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
And a chance to take a look at some numbers for Kaminsky.
And a promising trend this month is the rise in his effective field goal percentage. He's showing a lot of smarts. Shot selection has been tremendous, and it's helped his numbers a ton.
Phoenix making some changes. Justin Jackson comes in for Johnson. And Kelly Oubre subbed in for Mikal Bridges. James checked in for Los Angeles. Alex Caruso comes in for Danny Green.
You take a look at Anthony Davis and his frame and think about his rookie year coming in so thin and moved around a lot by bigger, stronger players in the post. No longer the case, as he's put on a ton of muscle to that frame and continues to grow in the strength area along with his confidence. That's helped him out a lot.
And after just one season at Kentucky, the slight build of Davis was a concern in the NBA, and the question was, would his body hold up?
Well, he's answering the question to some degree, Kevin, knowing that it wasn't a one-year process to get stronger and to put on that kind of weight. That just comes with physical maturity. Anthony Davis doing a better job of avoiding places where he might get injured, expanding his game to the perimeter, and hopefully some of those things pay off for his longevity for his career.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously. And when AD takes off from the ground for alley-oops like this one, it really demoralizes the opponent.
Rubio, the pass to Jackson. Here's Okobo. Rubio right side. Phoenix no good that time either.
And with him missing literally everything he's put up today, you can see why the score is what it is.
He's got a lot to do with the position that they're in. A very smart offensive performance tonight from him.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
1:49 left in the first half of the game. Oubre outside. He's looking for Kaminsky and finds him. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Replay angles are interesting, Brent. Instant feedback on social media. Talk about the increased pressure now on referees to get every call right.
Well, so many times, Kevin, on nights where you're working games, you sit there for a minute and a half.
In super slow motion looking at the play.
And still sometimes hard to get it right.
Very hard.
What I think the league should think about doing with the competition committee is every team in the league should have 3 and 4 cameras that are mounted so that every time there's a replay at any given arena, they have access to the same angles.
For every game.
Every game. Where are most of the times these calls being missed? Where are these calls getting wrong? And how is it that we can implement some technology to help us not only get it right more often, which is the most important thing, but also fair and balanced vision for the referees to have an opportunity to do so.
What an excellent idea.
Yeah, that's not an assignment that I want there, Kevin. I'd rather do math homework than to try and cover that guy.
Pass to Jeffries. There's a minute left in the first half of basketball. Pass to Caruso. LeBron left side. Shoots over Oubre. And again, no good by the Lakers. For the Lakers, they won their last contest, that game against Oklahoma City.
Well, in that one, they just had everything working offensively. It's a lot of fun when you get into that kind of a groove.
Yeah, I love watching that game, and in particular, their demeanor in their destruction in that game.
And they've repeatedly broke inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Here's Booker. Backs down the step-back James. Booker's got 7 points in the game.
And despite the hot start from beyond, they've gotten away from shooting the triple.
And the basket is good. And the Lakers lead by 17.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Lets it go from deep. Jeffries with the rebound. And here's the fast break. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. He's got 20.
And this is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
Kind of get a team defensively on their heels, and if you can keep pushing and keep attacking, they'd never find some kind of defensive balance to help slow you down.
And so it's Los Angeles with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Hey, Kevin. Jay, it's been announced you'll compete in the dunk contest for the first time. Give us a little teaser of what we're going to see.
You know, it'll be exciting, but you know, I still have a lot of parts to iron out. I know I'll be taking suggestions, working on ideas with my teammates after practice, and I'm pretty sure, you know, I'll pick out a few winners.
Well, we certainly look forward to see what you come up with. Guys, back to you.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Suns trail by 19. Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. Taking a look at Los Angeles. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. And it's Caruso in at the 2 spot. Rubio misses.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
8 feet away, and stolen by Booker. Here's Oubre. That one doesn't go. And it's the Lakers the other way.
Well, every shot in his arsenal, Devin Booker, is pretty impressive. He can shoot it from deep. He moves well without the basketball. He can create with others. He is a young offensive force and is an interesting player to watch in terms of what develops next.
Jackson kicks to Booker. Passes it to Kaminsky. Banked in off the glass. Kaminsky's got his second basket of the night.
Now, Booker is a special offensive player, can score, and starting to show his playmaking.
And Brent, with Booker, the ball handling and creativity he has puts him among the elite guards in the league.
And you wonder if Phoenix can find a way to get some more talent around Devin Booker. What happens when all of the attention is not on him? He's already proven he's a great scorer. Where else can he go?
Clock at 6. Back to Oubre. Good. A nice assist from Booker. And that's now 7 points for Kelly Oubre.
Oubre has the height right there to get it done and uses it well as he's able to score inside.
Inside, Davis. Good on the shot. And the Lakers lead by 19.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
And the Suns call time here. Brent, so many state-of-the-art arenas being built. Which feature do you think is most important?
Oh, the hot dog machine. What are we doing, right?
Popcorn, right
and the
next
popcorn,
to
what else,
and then the popcorn.
Yeah,
right there.
nachos.
I love nachos.
Okay.
You love nachos.
What else? I mean, what else could we go with?
Ice cream.
Ice cream.
Yeah,
That's
right?
a big one.
Because when you're done with all that other stuff, you've got to somehow kind of coat your stomach.
Yep.
You
Was
don't
this
feel good.
basketball related, or did we go somewhere else?
All a part of the whole conversation.
I think we covered it.
Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Johnson comes in for Jackson, and it's Bridges in for Kelly Oubre. Rubio outside. And another shot. Rebounded by the Lakers. Jeffries got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Chalk up 2 there. He's got 22.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Rubio with it. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Kaminsky dishes to Bridges. Booker outside. Kicks it to Kaminsky. Good ball movement here by the Suns. Puts up a 3. Phoenix no good that time either.
Well, both him and the team seem to be off their game right now, and the frustration is clearly mounting as the clock is winding down.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Booker against Green. Here the step back. No good from Booker. Los Angeles leading by 23 to the paint. Back to Kuzma. To the inside. Stolen by Rubio. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
He pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. And the Lakers call time here. Lakers check in for the Suns. You know, Brent, how candid can players be in their answers in the post-game interviews about what has happened or what they're feeling at that time? In other words, is there a danger to being too honest as a player?
There could be, Kevin. I mean, anytime you express some of your vulnerabilities, and if it's done at the right time, somebody's going to take advantage of it. What we've seen over the past couple of years is, forget about when it is that the media is asking you questions. Most players are taking it to their social media accounts where they're able to get the message out without being baited by somebody with regards to a question. They can expound on whatever it is that they were feeling at that time, and that helps them to control the messaging a little bit more. And I think that trend is going to continue to grow.
You've got Maker, Booker out there with Oubre. Then there's Jackson, and it's Diallo in at the 4. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. Ricky Rubio checked in for the Suns. No good from Booker.
One made 3 formed for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
He makes his 9th shot of the game. He has only missed 4.
Now, there's some easy offense there. Keep finding looks in that area, and their shooting percentages tonight are going to be off the charts.
Rubio the pass to Oubre. Now Maker out to the right wing. Rubio right side. Here's Oubre from outside off the mark. And it's Davis with the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers. here in the fourth quarter. Their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Jackson up top. 6 on the shot clock. And here's Booker from the arc. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist. Rubio's got his 3rd assist on the night. Shoots from the line. Here's Morris. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Rubio the pass to Oubre. Now here's Booker. He's guarded closely. A lot of missing stats from the 60s and 70s, but if we could go back and look at those actual numbers, any players you think would really be catching our eye in terms of, wow, I didn't know that guy was that good, or he's better than I thought he was.
Well, don't we always look at the incredible, mind-boggling numbers of Wilt Chamberlain
yes,
and think, what was that guy doing?
Yeah.
And we don't even have half of it.
No.
So Wilt Chamberlain comes to mind first. What I think about Kevin when that question comes up is how many great players through the 70s and also really through the 80s, because the three-point line wasn't accentuated enough, missed the opportunity to be even greater scorers. I mean, Jerry West with a three-point line. And
Can you imagine that?
You got to be kidding me. So there's a lot of gap of those players, too, that also because of changes in rules and because the three-point line wasn't in, that we would be talking about in terms of nostalgia and their accomplishments with a much different voice.
Even someone as recent as Jordan, with the rules the way they are now.
Absolutely.
Unbelievable.
With the openness of the floor,
Yes.
what Michael could do, as if he wanted to prove he could do more.
Exactly.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
This team did something at halftime, going from a mild-mannered half-court executing team to some heroic shooting in the second half.
And the Suns with a completely new group on the floor. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Here's Black. Got a hand on it.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Lakers.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so checking out the record for these guys tonight will mark win number 37 for them on the year.
And really, they finally got something good to happen against this team. The last 2 games they faced them weren't nearly as productive. And this guy is a scoring machine. I mean, I know I'm not the only one to describe him that way.
Here's Dort. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
You love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
34 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Black. With the floater. Tries again. And Phoenix with another turnover here.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Here are the Lakers. They're on a 20-7 run. Back to Bradley. And the pass to Dort. And here's Bradley. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching. Presented by 2K Sports. So long.
Hey, man, Kenny here. I thought you did a great job of keeping everyone involved. What happened out there that allowed you to rack up so many assists?
My teammates are knocking down shots, man. I mean, you can have a great system, which Coach has established here. You can stay patient, move, run, plays all the way through. But if the ball doesn't go through the net, guess what, man? No assists. That's why I say, if anything, the guys carried me tonight.
You're listening to Hank the Hornet on 98.9 The Flex. Back in a bit for more.